games. Hi,
Yeah, I'm sorry for that.
Everything is stupid. Modern Games is on now. Join. Tunelessly. It is raining here very bad. It has been raining here very bad for several days.
And then repeat until hopelessly bored is the note that's at the bottom of this thing, apparently.
Okay, that's funny.
I know, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. I love it. Hang on, I'm making the announcements.
Community. Let's see. Hello. Is it teenage? The
Exocolonist.
We are teenage exocolonists. We are teenage exocolonists.
Of course we're teenage exocolonists, because we're amazing.
We are the teenage exocolonists. Over.
What? Where is the bouton?
Hello. We are
bacon bouton.
We are the teenage exocolonists.
Okay, here we are. The
over
button.
at HTTP s. Oh, the precious.
Welcome, folks, to Ugly Retro Girls Play Ugly Retro Games with your hosts Selfie Travia and Debs G.
Hello, 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 hello. I am the Debs G. It is dark where I am because I am in the Inkland where it is also nighttime.
Dark.
And it is also dark where the Selfie is because she's in Australia land where it's raining in the daytime.
It has been
dry and dark, Inkland. Wet and dark, Australia land. Cool theme song.
Oh wait, we haven't finished yet. Okay, fine.
What?
Never mind, just sing the song. Singing in the rain, just sing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again.
I'm laughing at the clouds, so dark above. The sun's in my heart.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics, oh dear.
And ugly retro girls play ugly retro games.
It has been storming here in Australia. I have a Bureau of Meteorology New South Wales storm warning. It says severe thunderstorm warning update. South coast is now included with storms inland of Moruya. The warning area in the north has been expanded to include Tenterfield. This is nowhere near where I am, by the way. It's just in case.
What is Tenterfield?
It's in the north part of New South Wales. It's norther.
Right.
It's more norther than where I am at currently.
Norther than what we are doing
And it
right
says
now.
here damaging wind and large hail. And then the warning area is this little yellow blob here.
Oh,
and I am around here somewhere.
Somewhere slightly outside.
There's another yellow blob in case we weren't included with the top yellow blob. There's a lower.
There's one at the bottom down there, so that you won't be lonely.
Here, in the middle is where we are. Okay.
Oh, it's all surrounded by the yellow blobs of yellow.
Yeah. So that's That's what's happening right now, is that we are...
Okay.
I mean, it's wet. It's wet. It's wet here, and I
excitement.
cannot do my laundry. It is all
How
hanging up
excitement.
indoors because it has been hanging up indoors for weeks now because it has not stopped raining.
For love and goodwill. Yeah.
For love and goodwill.
Yeah.
So, hooray for us!
Sorry for the humidity and the dripping.
humidity
Well, at
is-
least you have a nice fixed roof. Your
That's
roof
true.
is now fixed.
We are no longer leaking in here, although we do have a
Yay.
mouse. Actually, we do have two mice.
Another one.
Oh yeah, because it's raining, right? Where are they gonna go? They're gonna go
I
indoors.
thought you got rid of the first
We
mouse.
got rid of
and
the
now
first
it's got a
mouse,
friend.
and now it has
come
got
back
a friend.
with a friend.
But we have found where the mouse is coming in, and we have plugged up the hole.
Oh, okay.
So it was
we may also have a mouse, but it's not in the house.
Oh,
It's in our garden shed where we keep the bird seed for the birds, the garden birds.
now it is also feeding the mouse. Also,
Yes,
do you know what
they
else?
they have buried a hole through the board into the bottom of the bird seed bag.
Oh, very, very smart.
You know, and so they have
It's
been
like their
secretly
own-
going
own
in
little
and
larder.
yeah, their own. Yes, it's very fantastic, Mr. Fox, but this one is fantastic, Mr. Mouse.
Yeah, so we have mouse, and do you know what else we have? We have crickets
Oh,
on
Inside
the
the
inside
house?
of our house. Yes.
oh no!
Every so
very,
often,
how very
I
Laura
catch
Ingalls of
one.
you.
I catch one and feed it to the chickens that are also inside of the house, because obviously we
Good.
can't put the chickens out in the storm. That would be terrible.
Yes, that would not be
So-
good. No.
So everything is now
Oh,
inside of the
yes.
house. The whole of the ecosystem has moved inside our house because
How
it's
exciting.
raining. It's very exciting.
How very rainforesty of you.
Yeah,
It's,
and
it's very. You
so
know,
we figured out they were moving in through the back door. So we plugged up the
Oh,
hole
okay.
in the back door.
the hole.
Yeah.
The hole or the hole?
The hole.
Oh, I see. How can you plug up the hole? The hole is how
yeah,
the door
Igor,
opens and closes.
No, it's we put the weather strip at the bottom. Igor
Oh,
says the
the
best
best
part is the mice
part.
cursing as they try to hunt the crickets. It's true.
Ah.
Every so often, I can hear the mouse howling in anger in the room when you hear the cricket, and the cricket goes bleep 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 bleep, and then you hear bleep bleep, and then it stops, and then you hear the mouse going squeaky squeak squeak squeaky squeak, and then you know, because I used to keep mice as pets, that is the
Yes.
mouse cursing because it jumped on the cricket and the cricket went whee and
Boing.
got away.
Escape.
Escape. And then you will hear
Escape.
bleep bleep squeaky squeaky bleep bleep squeaky 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 because it's like ah. Mice have potty mouths, by the way, because I used to get cursed at by my mice all the time.
Oh, what is it? Feed
Yeah.
me with my food, you squeakity squeak squeakum.
Yeah, pretty much,
Is it?
because like, you know, I would like, especially if I was like giving them a stale bread and then I refused
Oh,
to let go.
stale bread.
I know, no, they love the stale
How
bread,
dare.
right? But
How
then
dare.
I won't let go of the stale bread. So they will like come
Oh,
up and
I
then they
see.
will bite the stale bread and then they will pull it and then it will be stuck, and so they will curse at me because I was not let go of the stale
How
bread.
dare.
How
How
dare I
dare
hold
this-
on to the food
hold
what
to
they
the
are,
stale
have
bread.
snagged.
Yeah.
But we're pretty sure this mouse that is in our house at the moment has toxoplasmosis or something because it is
Uh-oh.
bold as brass.
So it's bonkers, you mean? So that's why.
It's got the, you know, there's
Will
a
it
lot
will
of
it infect
cats.
your
not really.
your chickies
My chickies or rabbits, not
or
really.
your rabbits?
No,
Okay,
not
fine
really.
then.
And there's anyway, we're taking the rabbits to the vet soon for their checkup and their injections. But yeah,
Okay.
because we live in an area with a lot.
Injections.
We live in an area with a lot of grass and cats, right? Because my neighbor,
okay.
all the neighbors have cats. So I
Yes.
suspect because the mouse is like,
What's a little bit of toxo, in
know,
your diet?
it's just like, hi, I'm a mouse. This is my house now, running around the house, and I'm just like, I can't catch it because it is too fast.
Yes.
But it, you know, like sometimes I would like see it go la la la, and it's not like a normal mouse where the normal mouse they will skitter along the baseboard, right? This one is just like I
Yeah.
am just in the middle of the kitchen.
This is my kitchen. Eat mine.
Eat mine.
Bye.
It's mine. Bye. And then I'm like, I know,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What they're doing is they're ratatouilleing.
Yeah. And then I'm just
they're
like...
out there to steal your saffrons to make their delicious
rice.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, hi, I'm about in the middle of the... And then the thing is that I'm too slow, right? I'm just like, and then it's like gone out the door. And I'm just like, mouse. And we know it's gone out the door because it used to track little rain paw prints in and out of the house. But now I've put the weather strip.
Well, what we are trying to do to reduce the mice in the shed is we are throwing the cat's pee around the shed in order to be like, don't come here, there's cats.
I don't think that works if the mouse has toxoplasmosis though, because
our
I
mouse
love cats, please eat me.
I don't even know if that's going to work for the mouse that's in the shed, because the mouse is in our shed that has fantastic Mr. Fox's way into the bird seed, isn't it?
Seed bag.
So I don't think it can smell the cat's pee. What I think we need to do is we need to put the cats in the shed and
just
let them
let nature
and let
take
them
its
do
course.
what cats do.
Yeah, especially since your cats are very good at catching things.
Yes. Well, they can do what cats do, or they can just fill up the shed with their smell, and then the mice will be like,
hi,
maybe we don't want to be here anymore. That's right.
This is terrible.
We're going to take our rats of Nimbase and move elsewhere.
I mean,
goodbye, dragon. Goodbye.
Goodbye, dragon. I mean, unfortunately, the only thing that eats mice in this house are the chickens, and I'm not going to let them loose around the house. That would be stupid.
No, don't do that. That would be bad.
That would be.
And they're quite small still, isn't it? Your chickens?
Yeah, they're not really ready to eat mice right now.
Yeah. The mice will eat them.
I have seen chickens eat mice.
Yes, but those are full-size chickens.
That's true.
Not teeny tiny baby little chicks.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I'd have to
bite at them.
Yeah, I would have to put diapers on the chickens, and then it would just be a whole thing, wouldn't it? Like once you start putting diapers on the chickens, and you don't stop, right? You become like a crazy person. You're like, I'm going to dress the chickens up in bonnets and hats, and they can have a pretty dress.
Come here, chickies, so I can change your nappy.
Yeah, and once you start doing that, it's like a slippery slope, isn't it? Like, I shall put bonnets on them, and they can wear a cloak.
Then you're all like, I've been dreaming of a true love's kiss, and then knitting little outfits for your little mice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a once you start putting diapers on your chickens, then
you'll find them
like
sewing your clothes,
exactly.
repurposing your mother's old clothes into new and fancier new fashion clothes
with your sister's stuff. You just come around.
Yeah, that's right. Go around to the neighbor's house and borrow their offcuts.
Yeah, it just becomes a whole thing, doesn't it?
No, you can't have that.
You can't have that. So, like as I said, if I let the chickens loose inside the house, I'd have to put diapers on them, and then it would be a thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we're not into the amazing Maurice and their educated rodents.
I don't know.
Not gonna happen.
I used to love having pet rats.
Yes, but not in your house.
I had pet rats in my house. They were pet rats.
No, but they were not educated rodents.
No, they were not.
They were just
I don't know.
rodents.
Alarum was a pretty educated rodent.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but it having to do magic and tap dancing.
Okay, fine. She didn't do
limits.
magic or tap dancing, but she could jump on command.
Okay, then. I guess they were almost at the tap dancing rats.
And she could also die for peas.
Oh, okay, fine then.
Doing. Anyway,
all right.
Let's
bring
go
us to the
our
teenage
game
exocolonist
today. Hang on.
Let's
You
do the
have to
recap. The recap.
Debs
okay.
G, what are you doing? Go away.
All right. The recap is in the last episode we have acquired a new boyfriend, as in we have a date for the prom, and it is the dog boy, the space prom. He's gonna take us to the space prom if there is a space prom.
There's always going to be a space prom.
All right, that's as far as we got last day.
Igor has made me popcorn, but there's none of it left because I ate it.
Okay then, delicious.
Okay, let's go to the we do have a date for the space prom. Okay, we're gonna Let's
Okay.
go to...
It hasn't been confirmed that there will be a space prom. However, this is a
game about being a teenager.
Game about being a teenager
in space,
and
so there
therefore
has to be a
one of the
space
mainstays of any teenage comedy show or movie or anything is finding a date for the space prom or the dance.
Not the space prom, just the regular prom. Why is it not
the
loading?
regular prom or for the dance or for the formal or whatever they call it.
No, it's just
some
the prom. It's always the prom.
It's some sort of sing-song thing. Are you happy? Let's find a date for the dance. The dance. Let's find a date for the dance. Let's find a date, Homsar. Let's.
Hip hop dance. Are you okay, Debs-G?
Well, it's 9:20. I did go this morning to attend the intermediate life support class.
As opposed to the non-life support?
As opposed to the basic life support and the advanced life support. It's the intermediate life support course.
And now you have become crazy?
And now I have... Well, first of all, I am reminded that I am an old person because the technology, what was new when I was graduationed, has now given way to this. Yes, it's now given way to the second generation of the technology, and will you have it? It looks like a gel nana. That was my first thought.
What is it that it looks like a gel? Like is it like it's a banana? It's a gel nana. Why is it a gel nana?
It's a gel nana. It's a gel nana. You know what a gel nana is?
Yes, I know, but why is it a gel nana?
Because it's green, and it is literally called an eye gel.
And it looks like a gel
and
nana.
it is shaped like a banana. So it is literally a gel nana. It actually comes in different colors, but it just so happened that the trolley that we were working from had the most standard size that fits the dummy. And they are all these green gel nanas. They look exactly how the gel nana should look.
Yes.
Except of course it is not. It's obviously not a banana. It's just that it has a curve in it like a banana.
So it
Play
is a
catch
gel
with the
nana.
date rather than catch a date for the prom. We did actually play catch with our date.
No, we took
Why
him
are we
for
so
walkies.
depressed?
We took him for walkies.
Oh, we did take him for walkies.
Oh yeah, we should
so
have that.
so no, the gel. Okay, so the gel nana or the eye gel. I'm going to call it the gel nana from now on. The gel nana is actually the a laryngeal mask.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and relax in the park so we can upgrade our creatures. Because we have a new creature.
Yeah, we do have a new creature. Why are we still looking at the Ricky?
Okay, Cal likes to spend the evenings. We'll talk about the gel nana after this bit. Cal likes to spend the evenings outside. Oh, bond with pet Hopeye, bond with pet Ricky. Outside in the garden with you. It stays warm for a long time out here, even after the last sun sets. It is so different than the constant temperature of the stratospheric. Living on board a spaceship felt like nothing. You never thought about the temperature or humidity at all, but the weather is always changing here, always a little warm and humid, even in quiet. Okay, relaxation. We took the month off. We're gonna forget how to walk.
Oh.
Now we will have to squish, we will have to crawl everywhere. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry, so the gel nana. Carry on.
Okay, so the gel nana is the second generation of the what they used to call a laryngeal mask.
Yes.
Which is, instead of putting a tube through your vocal cords into your trachea.
Yeah.
You put a thing that looks like a tiny instead of having a mask that goes over your nose and mouth.
Yeah.
It is a tiny small. It's a smaller version of the mask. It's still the same teardrop shape thing, but instead of going over your nose, it goes inside your mouth and sits over the top of your trachea.
Okay, sure.
And it's shaped like that so that
you can't
ideally you can't ideally it stays in place, and if you vomit, you'll vomit around it as opposed to vomit inside it.
Okay, well that's gross, but sure.
Because you
I get it, but still.
Because if you have a mask that's here over your nose and mouth,
then you vomit all over the
vomit into your mask, and then you breathe it in.
Oh
so
no!
If you have something down into your trachea, if you vomit, you won't vomit into your
Yes.
trachea.
And also,
So-
it's this shape, so the vomit goes.
Yeah.
around
So
the
if
right.
you have that, so when I graduated
pretty
from
cool.
medical school, that little mask thing was new.
And now it is
And you
the
had
standard.
to, and no, it's not the standard. But it used to be a slightly uglier looking thing, where you shove it down and then you have to inflate it,
I
a
see.
balloon
But
to
now
stop
it
it
is
from
just a
coming
nice-
out.
A nice little gel nana.
Yeah, and it wasn't very reliable. You could still, if because you're inflating it like a balloon, it could still float up and you could still vomit into it.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Yeah,
But now you
it
have a
looks-
nice little gel nana.
Yeah, now it is made out of this special gel-like thermoplastic, so it molds better.
I see.
So in a cardiac arrest situation, that little gel nana is just as good as sticking
Oh, a stick!
stick for our boyfriend.
Yes. Who loves sticks?
Okay. That little gel nana is just as good as putting a tube down into to
Intubating.
the vocal
Yeah,
cords.
okay.
And the thing is that it is less difficult because you can just shove it in.
Okay, cool.
You can just have you don't have to have a
The
device in
intubator
order
device
to
or whatever.
an
Yeah.
incubating device in order to visualize the vocal cords and put a tube down. You
You
can
just
blindly shove. You
shove
can
the
blindly
gel
shove
nana.
it in because it is only one. It
And
can
then it
only
will
go one
squish.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can only go one place, and it won't go down the wrong place.
Yes.
Also, because
Oh,
it's too
that's
big to go
nice.
down. It's too big to go down the wrong place.
Yay.
And it is small enough to cover only the thing that you want it to cover.
Yay.
So it's great. Oh, a flower.
Yes, I did. I collected the flower. Okay.
So it's great, and so you need less training in order to use it. So the idea is that if you can put one of those down in a cardiac arrest situation, that is considered good enough, as in like already the best. The outcomes are the best already. There's no difference between that and putting in a tracheal tube for a cardiac arrest situation. Of course, you cannot use it for like the operating theatre and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get her a cake. It's her birthday.
Is it her birthday?
Yes, it's the 1st of Dust. Which is, by the way, also Vertumnalia, just in case you were wondering.
Oh yay, I love Vertumnalia. Oh, are we good yet?
Oh, we don't have anything. Okay, we'll just have to give her something from our stash. What do we
Give her a
have?
flower. What does she like? I can't remember.
She
I know
likes
what she
eggs.
likes. She likes eggs.
Eggs, but we don't have. Maybe we can give her boba fruit. Maybe she likes boba fruit.
No, she doesn't like boba fruit.
Okay,
We've tried
okay.
giving that to her.
Okay, we'll give her a flower.
So let's give her.
We've
Yeah,
never
give
given
her
her a flower.
Yeah,
Happy
because we thought that
birthday to you. Oh wait, we've never given her a strange device.
I don't know if she'll like that.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, it's her birthday this week. She forgot. Okay, so she's like.
thanks. I guess it's my birthday this week. I kind of forgot.
Yeah. Okay, and then we had to give a stick to our boyfriend.
Because he's our boyfriend now.
Hugs
yeah.
for boyfriend. Oh, he wants to talk to us.
He calls us coach.
You spot Rex sitting on the second floor of an unfinished building, his feet dangling over the edge. He waves at you and gestures to you to come sit with him.
Hey, say.
He says,
We've
shooting
given
you.
him a Scooby-Doo voice, isn't it?
Yes, we
Hey,
have.
isn't it?
We're shooting you a tight smile before looking back over the rest of the colony. From here, you can see the garrison soldiers marching around in formation with Face at the head. Rex watches them with an uneasy expression. Why the hangdog expression?
What is it? Did Nomi fall down the well?
No, they're telling him that no, we fall down the well would be very rude, but this one he
Yes.
will actually appreciate because he likes puns.
Okay. Well, does he? Okay then.
Yeah. Why the hangdog expression? Rex
he
musters up another smile.
That's a good one.
He says,
You always know how to brighten up my day.
you have one more surprise up your sleeve though. You open your bag and pull out the dust melon you've lugged over from the canteen. Rex brightens and makes scruffy motions with his hands.
Oh yes, my hero.
Rex tears into the soft rind of the melon with his fingers and splits it between the two of you. You sit together and watch Vase bark orders at the other young soldiers. Do you ever wish you wanted? What a bunch of mindless drones. No, do you ever wish?
That's a good question.
Yeah, okay. Do you ever wish you were more like them? Rex scoffs, his lips curling a little as he takes a bite of the melon.
No way. Marching around and taking orders? That's not life for me. It's just everyone in the Helios listens to Vice, and he doesn't like me. So that means I've always been an outsider, whether I landed it or not. They're friendly to me, I guess, but it's not the same as having friends. Not like you, or know me. Oh.
He shrugs, exhaling heavily.
It's a good thing I'm just a big friendly dog who likes everyone,
He jokes.
Or it'd probably hurt a lot more.
I really like these arrow catchers that are on his clothes.
Oh, that's those clasps.
Because
They're quite clever. Yeah.
You can see how they snap together. Is the thing, like they're twists. They look like twist snaps. And
Although,
it's
what's the point of them? I
to
mean,
hold
it's like
the clothes shut.
to
I
hold
guess.
what? To hold what?
Well, his
There's nothing
pants
to
are not
hold.
falling down.
Oh, yeah, he's got another pair of his pants. I must admit, I was not looking there. I wasn't looking about the clasp on his belt.
On his belt. Look, if you or I had like a brassiere that had this cute little twist snap, that would be very nice. Or a swimsuit.
Not very supportive. I don't know. I don't even know why he's bothering. Okay.
For the
never
sexy
mind.
factor.
For the sexy factor.
What's the
It
deal with
doesn't-
you and Vase?
Mm.
Rex's mouth twists and he spits a
Oh.
dust melon seed over the edge of the building.
Our empathy is not good enough.
No, we're not empathic enough. Sorry,
It's kind of a long story and not a fun one.
he says, avoiding your gaze.
Rather not drag it up again, honestly.
That's okay, I understand.
Uh-huh.
Rex's shoulders relax a little bit,
Thanks.
he says, running his fingertips thoughtfully over his left forearm. Looking closely, you notice a gnarled scar right over the bone that's healed lighter than the rest of his brown skin. Oh, there it is. Here.
Ah, interesting.
I wish it was different.
He says softly.
I wish he was different. Sometimes I think about how we could have been friends.
Oh, Rex, you're a
Oh,
puppy
Rex.
boy. You just want to be friends.
You want to be everybody's friend.
The garrison soldiers break from formation, and you watch them approach Face. He sweeps her up in his arms and swings her around. You can hear her delighted laughter from here. Rex watches this with a frown.
Nemone and I don't really know each other very well.
He says,
Probably because Vase is telling her all kinds of lies about me. But I'm a little scared for her, She doesn't know what he's capable of.
uh-oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Rex straightens and puts on a happier face.
I don't want to waste my day thinking about Vase, though.
He says firmly.
I know when there's friends to talk to and a whole world to explore and dust melon to eat.
He
And
leans
of course,
to you with a flirtatious look.
dust melon's not the only thing I like to eat. And how about you and I take a break and go expand our palates?
Okay, I don't even want to know what that meant, but I'll give you a stick. Have a stick!
Have a stick, puppy boy.
Yes. Present for you. Rex beams with happiness as you hand over the mushroom.
Yay!
Okay.
Letting the dog
Oh, he
knows
wants to
what
talk to you
do.
again.
Oh, okay, we're doing well.
You spot Rex carrying supplies and big pieces of wood into the construction site at the end of the lounge, the future home of his bar. Oh, there it is, like the building that he's building, I guess. He waves at you. Well, as much of a wave he can do with his arms full of mushwood.
Oh, hey there, Sylvanus, eh?
He calls out to you.
Things are going great in here, thanks to you. It'll be done in no time.
Hooray! You take a look at what you can see. Rex has kept it all pretty well topped up and hates letting people inside to peek. And you can tell it's big. Perhaps a little too big. Ambitious maybe, for a first solo construction project. But Rex has had a lot of help from his crew, and from the whole colony. He'd have to be able to find enough wood. I'd love to see it. I'm sure it'll be great. I want to see it. Rex shifts from foot to foot.
Well,
He sighs, biting his lip, but you get the sense that he's dying to share it with someone.
okay, but just for you.
You follow him into the tent. It's chaos inside, littered with pieces of mushwood of varying lengths and covered in fine sawdust. Light coming through some gaps in the tent pick up all the little sparkling motes of dust in the air, making it seem almost magical. Rex spreads his arms.
Well, this is it.
He says,
Well, so far, we have a bar and a dance floor. Oh, that's all you really need.
He swipes open his hollow palm and starts playing some music, then shimmies over to the only clear spot in the mess. That must be the dance floor, you figure, because he starts wibbling and bopping along to the music, gesturing for you to dance with him. Dance with him, because he's our boyfriend. Look, we are going to the space prom. We need practice.
Well, yes, that's right.
We increase our bravery
practice.
and our friendship. Rex cheers as you join him on the dance floor. He grabs your hand and spins you around, and you laugh and dance to the music coming from his hollow palm. Moving your body just for the sheer joy of it feels amazing. You can see the future of this place. A place where people come because they're stressed and come not because they're stressed and need to relax, but because they can really cut loose and enjoy themselves. Rex has the right idea. We're both terrible dancers. Rex comes over to you and slings you into a one-armed hug.
Oh, just seeing you makes me so energized.
He says,
I can almost hear the music now. That's right, the bar's gonna have live music. You know anyone who plays an instrument?
we played the
I'm gonna
Kotokonor.
work double time to finish this place. If you want to help, bring me all the brushwood you can find.
Oh, okay. So
We
he
played the
wants more sticks.
Kotokonor. If he wants more sticks, we give him more sticks. Okay,
Okay then.
so this is the last time before it's the Vertumnalia. So what do you want to do?
Oh,
We have achieved our
oh.
goal of being smart enough to do the trivia contest.
yes.
Uh,
And then the last time we did a creativity, right?
Yeah.
I think that this time we should beat face up.
Okay, so do we want to increase our combat? I guess we can do combat classes.
The thing is that
Do
whenever
defense
we win on the defense side, right? We just increase our defense the next month, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Whenever we win a prize on Vertumnalia for one of
Yeah,
our
we
things.
increase our money.
increase our money.
Yeah, our money.
Okay,
earning ability.
okay.
So
I thought we increase our learning ability
no.
for that.
Okay, we can increase our engineering to one line, or we can just increase combat in general, for to beat Vase up with.
Actually, let's increase our engineering. Forget about base. We can beat him up anyway, I think.
We can take him.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
a problem.
We will repair robots because that is the best at engineering, and also increases our creativity.
Oh, good. Yes, 2 for the price of 1. Let's do that.
You're honestly pumped for your first day in the robotics lab. There wasn't enough room on the Strato for a proper lab, so for most of your life you've been warned that the call relies on, relies on, like the watering bots and the hoverlifts, will all eventually break down for good. With a fully functioning robotics lab, you should be able to keep these bots active for a lot longer. Plus, there's all sorts of unused bots in here. You look around and wonder at the wide array of chassis and shells. Maybe one day you can even be able to create new robots of your own. You can't wait to show off what you can do. Oh look, there's a broken watering bot with a broom.
Aw,
It's
so
got a little
cute.
broom. It's sleeping. It's all brocked up. It has like a plaster on it. Oh, poor little thing. Congruence is so relieved to have an assistant.
I can't remember what voice I made for congruence.
I think it was like
Did
a
I make
combination. She was
slightly-
like always happy all the time
Always happy.
voice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, since Al died, well, Dr. Instance is too busy to help.
She says as you're setting up.
Angel sometimes lends a hand literally, but she seems more interested in her own projects. The chief engineer seems to think they're a lost cause, that we should just recycle them.
Congruence opines.
Hal would never have thought they were trash.
So, what are you excited to work on, Solana say? I just like to fix things. Programming is super cool. I want to build something massive. I want to build something massive. I feel like this is our personality. I want to build something massive.
Yes, because we are still a meathead, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
like I'll
compared
build
to
a big
everything else.
thing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe you can make me a body one day.
Congruence jokes.
I've always wanted to be 10 feet tall.
Oh, she's got like a +1 creativity. Very good. Congruence goes quiet and then adds,
Go ahead and look around. If you have any questions, let me know.
you spend the day getting to know your way around the robotics lab, meeting all the bots you're going to be working with. These broken, forgotten bots just need a little TLC. Okay, repairing robots. 1 mental, +1 to blue cards. 1 slot gets +3. Okay. 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. Can I do 3, 4, 5, 6? 3, 4. Oh, we don't have a 2. Never mind. Okay, fine. 4, 5, 6. 5, 5. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5. 9, 5. Oh, why is it 5, 5, 6? Oh, I see.
Because of the gem.
4, 5, 6, 9,
9, 5.
5. 4, 5, 6.
4, 5.
Hmm.
4.
5, 6, 10, 4.
Oh. Also cannot. 4, 4, 5, 6.
I cannot because okay,
Why?
fine. You know what? Because this is +3. Okay, you know what?
Okay.
3, 4, 3, 5. Okay, see, it's always everything.
Oh, let's suppose that because that one has a
4.
okay. That one has
8.
+3.
9, 5.
How come like that?
Okay, hang on. 5, 8, 9, 5. You know what? It's better we do 4, 5, 6 and use as many blue cards as we can. Hang on.
Okay.
Four, 5, 6, 9, and a blue 5. Yeah, I think this is about as
Why 4, 5, 6, 9? I don't understand.
well
Can we
because the
do
9
4,
is
5, 6? Oh, I see.
4, 10.
5, 10?
5, 10. 5, 9.
Oh.
It's better do it
Worse.
9, 5.
Why is it better 9? Oh, because it's
a
a
colour.
wild card.
Well, yeah. And honestly, I would put this 5 because then that's a +1.
Wow, is that the best that we can do, I think?
Yeah. Never mind, we can push through. It's only 5 stress.
Okay, then fine.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! We have now engineering the second level. Yay!
Yay! Does that mean we can do something?
This year, Governor Lum's accession to the Virtunalia stage is heralded by an entirely military band. The
Oh, he's also got one of those
instruments
triangle things.
Yeah. Their
Maybe
instrument
that's just the way that they
yeah.
wear clothes.
Their instruments shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command in formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on, ding, ding, with heavy ka-chunk noises, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide.
Hello, Vatanna!
His voice booms over the speakers.
Are we winning or what?
The reaction is mixed. You look around. It's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios and people who fully adopted mentality, like Nem. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Red is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues.
We're killing it out there, people! Every day we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet.
A Watato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, spattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet.
Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning don't mess with humankind.
The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. The Stratos are agitated, and you hear calls for things to return to how they were, and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council lined up before the stage and facing the crowd looks conflicted.
We left Earth to get away from this bibbidi-blue.
Your dad shouts and you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears.
Now look at us. We're right back to where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us.
Utopia hops on the stage and routes her own here speak through the speakers.
He's lying!
She yells bitterly.
This year we lost two surveyors in the swamps, Sorrel and Quinny. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them to clear out a magical den for no good reason.
She jams her finger against the governor's chest.
The only threat to our colony here is you.
Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes grow cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly crushes her hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones in her hand before her feet cuts out. Utopia yelps at her knees buckle with the pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. Oh my goodness. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council.
Thank you for your input.
He says icily.
Your concerns have been noted.
This isn't the buffoon Lum presents in his daily hollow vlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits a worksite. You see something in his eyes you only caught glimmers of before. Hatred.
You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force.
He sneers.
Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Just a bunch of burned out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here, huh? Wishful thinking? Singing songs and talking to animals?
Laughter ripples through the Helios.
You
He gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest.
need us, not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you do what I say.
Oh, he stares at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand.
Maybe it's time to clean house.
He threatens.
We need team players here. Ones who share one vision for the future of Autumna. Dang it, we should have worked in the thing.
After a few tense moments, Seek clears their throat.
Ahem, sir. Shall I continue with the traditional formalities now?
Lum scowls down at Seek, then throws his hand in the air.
Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards.
He turns and stalks off the stage. His marching band scrambling to follow him with his exercise. As promised, there are no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set, the Helios, including Vase and Nem, head straight for it and look ready to party into the night. The other teams seem a little less at ease. Party to Helios.
I don't understand that Nem would allow that.
I think Nem is I don't know. I think she's just.
Is it who's that lady is? Who is she?
Utopia is the scavenging. I mean the outside exploration.
She's the other daughter of.
No, she's not. Utopia is just her own person. She's just.
I thought she's related to.
No, she's not.
Tammy and.
Tammy is related to Tonin.
I thought she was related to Tonin.
Just a friend of theirs.
Oh, okay. I thought she was like his older daughter or something.
No, she's just a friend.
Oh, alright then.
I mean, she doesn't have the pink hair.
This is problematic.
Skin.
I mean, we don't agree with the Helios, but I think that if we continuing to ignore how things are is bad. Oh, there's no contest this year.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can't beat Vase Up even if we wanted to.
Darn it! Do we want to hang out with our friends in the Stratos, or do we want to go with Nem and Vase to the Helios?
I suspect that the people that I don't think we can go to the Helios.
Okay. Yeah, I also don't agree because he's like an evil
because
man.
I think because Lum has
cracked his brain.
Well, yes, he's cracked his brain and he's openly been violent to one of his staff members. Yeah. In view of everybody else, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it.
Rex says to Cal as you approach.
They didn't used to be this mean. Sure, we all joked about how we'd find you guys rubbing sticks together in the dirt after your nanotech broke down. But it wasn't like this.
He jerks his thumb towards Vase and his group of friends who've wrangled themselves a live triplet and are skewering it to roast over a bonfire. You hear its dying squeals from here, and as night falls, smell the sweet charred scent of its cooking. Okay, so they've become
they're very feral, isn't it?
Yeah, they've become feral.
No, they've always kind of been like this.
Nomi shakes their head.
Just like total human supremacists. See something you don't understand?
Nomi makes laser guns with their fingers.
Pew pew, pew pew, all gone. Want something someone else has? Pew pew, all yours.
They lean back on their hands and look up at the night sky. In dusk, the wormhole looks so peaceful and far away.
I used to think me and Rex were like changelings, like aliens beamed in and replaced two human babies with weirdos.
I don't think you're weird.
Cal says, eyes wide.
I think it's really great you two don't act like Helios. We are Helios, though.
Rex replies, and Nomi nods.
And some people dancing around that bonfire are Stratos. It's not about how you were raised.
It's about the choices you make.
Nomi finishes.
No one is just a good person or a bad person. Only bad people think they always make the right choices.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a very interesting thing to say.
That is a very accurate thing to say as well.
Yeah. Oh, we are friends with everybody. The dancing and feasting continues well into the night while you pass the time with your friends in the peaceful faction. Knowing that the whole colony isn't into being soldiers and fighting Lum's war on nature makes you feel less alone. And you can't stop thinking about the governor's eyes as he crushed Utopia's hand today. So long as he's in charge, does it matter what anyone else wants?
Yeah, this is problematic.
The week after Vertumnalia is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off. Well, yeah, this is so hot, right? for a much-needed break, but it's so humid and awful that tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you see graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Lum announces a zero-tolerance policy... stress for political graffiti, and you notice that not every tag is being removed. Just the ones against the wall, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we're stressed out instead of relaxment.
Ooh, early dust is somebody's
Mid-dust.
birthday.
We've already given an anemone.
No,
mid-dust.
is
Mid-dust is Nomi Nomi's birthday, I think. Let me just double check. Yes, it is. It is their birthday. Let's give them a present.
Who else has a mid-dust birthday? Nobody.
No, just Nomi. I'll give you the strange device because you like them and we have so many. Okay.
Oh,
Nomi
happy
explains.
birthday to me. I can't believe you remember. Thank you.
Yay, we've given you a present. Oh, they want to talk to us.
Yay.
Okay, you're walking through the colony when you see a blur of color and motion at the corner of your vision. Bang! Nomi collides with you in a catastrophe of flailing limbs and high-pitched squealing, sending
That
you
made us
both
stressed.
falling to the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Nomi exclaims. They immediately get on their hands and knees and begin to collect the papers that exploded out of their hands when they fell.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes my brain is off doing its own thing and I don't watch where I'm gunning. Oh.
They explain, dusting off their piece of toast and shoving it back in their mouth.
Gotta eat breakfast even when you're late.
Your enhancement isn't super agility, huh? Don't even... Oh, I accidentally hit the button.
What did you do?
I was trying to press I pressed the wrong button and now I didn't want to do that. Ah, it's too late.
You meanie.
I didn't mean to do it. Ah, I pressed the wrong button.
Can we go back?
No, we can't. Ah, we can only move forward with our bad self. Ah.
Never mind.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
a
sorry,
complicated subject.
Nomi. I'm sorry, Nomi. Nomi gets to their feet and offers you a hand up, then brushes the dust off you.
I actually don't know what my genetic enhancement is, or even if I have one at all. My parents decided to lock my medical files from when I was a baby because they had this wild idea that they wanted me to grow up without feeling I had to be perfect. They think it's rude for parents to make that choice for their kids.
I don't have an augment either. We don't.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Nomi exclaims.
I thought all you corny kids had superpowers.
Nomi seems uniquely excited by this revelation. Nomi starts walking with you, talking animatedly with their hands.
I know my parents just wanted me to know that I can be anything I want to be when I grow up, and I don't have to be super strong or super smart in order to be happy. They always told me nothing and nobody knows what's good for Nomi except Nomi, and I really think that's true.
Aww. They stop and
That's
turn
nice.
to you, looking serious for the moment.
Sometimes it does kind of feel like, sometimes I wonder if I'm only good at something because I have some kind of secret advantage I don't know about. Or sometimes I think the opposite, like if I'm not really very good at something, I'll feel angry because maybe I could have been good at it. It was really bad on the Helio because everyone is really good at something. Usually things like marching and shooting stuff. I thought maybe it would feel different here where there are people with all kinds of skills, but no matter what I try, someone is already way better at it. So I just feel like I suck at everything.
I think everyone sucks at first is good.
I think everyone sucks at first, yes.
You know, everyone sucks at first.
It's the first step to being kind of good at something.
Shinobi says brightly.
That's from a show I used to watch. And I guess I don't suck at everything.
They strike a pose with an imaginary laser
Oh,
pistol.
Really good at laser paintball. Pew pew.
Yay! Look, they're so happy.
Oh, I feel bad that we insulted her.
I didn't mean to.
I-
I accidentally
yeah.
hit the enter key instead of the arrow
She
key.
gets that quite a lot from. I think she must have gotten that a lot from.
Yeah, her friends. Oh,
Her,
Igor has brought me a rabbit. Hello, tiny rabbit. Oh, look at you being a cute and small rabbit. This is Aoife, folks. Aoife the rabbit.
Hello, Aoife.
Aoife smells of
Aoife is a
celery.
Brown plush bunny.
Yes, Aoife smells of celery because Aoife just had her celery for the morning. If Aoife does not get her celery in the morning, she becomes a gangster and tries to kill us both in our sleep.
Okay. Because that's how it is when you've got a bony. There are nothing to pick up. There are no sticks.
No, we picked up all the stuff already. Okay,
Oh.
since we don't get any advantages, we can pretty much do anything we want this month.
Okay. Let's see. I think we should increase our empathy,
Okay,
And our persuasion, or anything in that
the
section.
blue section.
Anything.
There she
No,
is.
the pink, the yellow, the yellow section.
The yellow section? Okay, well then...
Yeah, we're going to need to do that because at some point we're going to need to exit and negotiate with whoever's out there.
Okay, we can do creativity and empathy in the chance.
Which one is empathy and persuasion? Do we have
Empathy and persuasion. Anything
Once-
that has to do with persuasion will have to go to... Igor is going to work. Goodbye,
Bye, Igor.
Have a safe trip. Okay, well, anything to do with persuasion is here. So we can do...
Where?
Here in the
depot.
depot. So we can work in the depot. That's pretty much all we can do is increase our persuasion.
To
That's the only
organize
thing.
and okay, we need to do that because we.
The only other thing is we can consider. The only other thing is we can consider is that we can go to here. I think studying humanities increases. Oh, it only increases persuasion and creativity, but not empathy. So it's up to you.
Which one was the empathy and the other one? Repair robots.
Yeah. Repair robots is empathy, creativity, and engineering. I think this is the best bet because it's creativity and persuasion, and we want to increase persuasion.
Okay, fine. Then we need to do that. Yep. I think we're going to need to be able to talk to people
Yeah.
a bit better than we are doing now.
This month, you are learning about the philosophy of personhood and the ways various people have been granted or denied rights based on whether people perceive them as human or not.
Consider that in the history of many worlds, there have always been disposable creatures. They do the dirty work. They do the work that no one else wants to do because it's too difficult or too hazardous.
Congruence quotes from the holovid you just watched.
You don't have to think about their welfare. You don't have to think about how they feel. Whole generations of disposable people.
The class shifts uncomfortably under congruence as eternally
I
placid
feel like
gaze
congruence is trying to warn us.
about what's going on here.
Yeah.
3,
Oh, 37.
4, 5, 4, 5. Oh wait, 4, 4, 5,
Nope, that's
6.
good.
Wait, hang on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
Yay! Win!
Win!
Let's just win. Yay! Oh, we got 3 stars.
Yay! 4 creativity, 2 persuasion, 3 kudos, and
Okay, not
friendship
bad,
with
not bad, not
tangent. Okay, do we want to increase empathy or
Wait, hang on.
more
It's
persuasion?
Endus. Whose birthday is Endus?
Hang on. Let me see. Endust. Is it Vasa's birthday? No, he's. We don't know when his birthday is, but we know it's
Aha.
not Endust.
How do we know it's not Endus?
Because we keep giving him presents in Endust, and it's not his birthday. It's
Oh,
Cal's,
it's Hal's birthday.
It's Cal's birthday,
Cal's
and
birthday.
Cal likes boba fruit, so let's give him a boba fruit for his
Yay.
birthday.
Birthday.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday to you. Happy
You.
birthday to Cal. I
You.
give you the boba fruit.
Boba fruit.
It's your birthday, la la.
Yay!
And then
Oh.
I check if my boyfriend.
He doesn't want to talk to me.
No.
Too soon to give another
he's
gift.
interested. Okay, so we can now. Do we want to increase persuasion some more? Do increase persuasion and creativity some more, or do we want to go for empathy? I think we're very close to the top of creativity. So if we want to do creativity and persuasion, just keep studying. That's fine with us.
Yeah, okay, fine then.
Okay, let's
just
go
do that.
back to our brainwashing class.
Hooray for
Congruence
us.
asks you to take a stack of blank
Oh,
paper
no.
and a box of pencils from the classroom nanoprinter and pass them out to class.
Today we will be practicing our handwriting.
She announces. You hear Tangent groan besides you.
Well, Congruence.
She
but
whines.
Congruence.
She whines.
Why will we ever need to write by hand when we have hollow palms?
This exercise will be part history lesson, part future skill.
Congruence tells the class.
In the future, you may not always have access to hollow palm technology. Our replicators and computers will break down eventually, and when they do, you will have to rely on low-tech solutions to everyday tasks. So, first lesson, how to correctly hold a pencil.
Yay! You and the other students get to work to learning how to print by hand. It's a little bit like holding a stylus, but the texture is all wrong. Your letters are small and cramped, and you have trouble keeping them in a straight line. Tang, though, is suffering the worst.
Oh. Ha!
Mars laughs.
Looks like we found something Tang isn't good at. Look, she keeps mixing up her lowercase a's and e's.
Tang is used to using a stylus with her hollow palm, but she's never actually drawn the letters. She fumbles like a child bashing her fists against a hollow palm for the first time. It's painful to watch. You can tell she's getting more frustrated with each letter. Mars, on the other hand, has lovely penmanship. She can even write in cursive.
My papa taught me when I was little. Cultured people know how to write for real.
Writing by hand is stupid anyway. I'll help you, Tangent. Is that handwriting or a seismograph? Oh, there's no nice way to go about this.
Tangent will be angry with us if we offer to help her.
Yeah, but I think if we say that handwriting is for stupid people, it will make Mars upset.
And it's not true also.
Yeah.
Congruence has a good point. That
the things
eventually
break.
the technology will break,
Yeah.
break down. You will need to know how to do things simply
Yeah.
instead of learning from beginning.
There's, I mean, if there's writing or a seismograph is like the most rudest, so let's not do that. So we have
Okay.
a choice between these two.
Well, being rude to Tangent sometimes gets you the results that you want, because if you say I'll help you, Tangent, that usually really pisses her off.
Okay.
Well, that's
So-
not okay. You know what? Never mind. I don't care. We have to be true to ourselves.
We will help Tangent.
We will help Tangent
Even
because
though
we're
we know
stupid
it would
and
make-
have no creative empathy.
I'll help you, Tangent!
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
There we go, and Tangent's pissy about it now.
I don't need your help.
Tang sneers. She hates being bad at something, but being patronized is even worse.
Just let me do it myself.
She grumbles, balling up her fifth piece of paper and tossing it on the floor. Mars
Maybe we
laughs.
should have just teased her.
Yeah, but after a few minutes of tense silence, she looks over to Tang's work.
You're pressing too hard.
Mars tells her softly.
Loosen your grip. It's different from typing in the air with a stylus. Try moving with your shoulder instead of your wrist and fingers.
Tang takes a deep breath and tries again, slow and deliberate. Mars nods and slides closer, putting her hand over Tang's and guiding her pencil on the paper.
There, see? You're getting it.
She murmurs. Tang's cheeks go pink. After a minute, Tang eases her tension and her writing starts to flow more naturally.
Thanks.
She stammers, pushing her chair away from Mars. Oh,
Why
Mars.
why they suddenly so awkward with each other? I thought they were.
No,
okay.
Tang is awkward. Mars is just like, I don't care. Mars is like, I shall flirt shamelessly. And Tang is like, hi, I don't like being flirted with. Because
No, but she was okay with that last time.
I think
when
it's
it was
just,
Mars.
Yeah. No, she was sarcastic with Mars last time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
okay.
was just
I
like,
thought that was just them being
no,
cheeky
it
with
was
each
just
other.
like, yeah, no, they were not. She was just being sarcastic.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
5.
+1 to yellow social cards.
Ah,
Five,
just
five,
shove
five, five.
all the yellow cards in a big pile. And
Super goal!
Super goal!
Not even trying.
Not even.
Win!
Just shove them in a pile. Just shove them in there. Just like pack them in. Who cares?
Okay. So again, we have failed with Tang.
It's fine. Okay, it's I think it's
Oh, there's a bopper fruits.
early wet, so it's somebody's birthday. Whose birthday? Oh, it's
Early
Mars's
wet. It's
birthday.
Mars' birthday. We've definitely got flower for her.
Yeah, here, have a
And
flower.
sparkly.
Mars.
She likes sparkly things, right?
Yeah,
Give her
we
the
have sparkly things and flowers. We have more.
Give her a sparkly. We have so many.
Yeah, she likes
Just
sparkly
give her a
things.
sparkly. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
Fine. As usual, she is very ungrateful.
Well, she's ungrateful, but she appreciates it. So
Okay. Fine. She
whatever.
ungratefully
Mars is
but
like
appreciates.
you know how she is. She's
Yes,
a rude
she
lady.
just-
I like
just
how
says
she.
every-
Well, to be fair, she says
She just
everything
says
that comes
everything
to her
that comes
head,
out
right?
her mouth.
But she has
Yeah.
no shame.
Yeah. As in literally.
Yeah, that's
She
how
can't.
alt
She
men,
can't
right?
feel shame.
She can't feel shame. You're just like great.
That is. So she just. Yeah. Well.
She's like, I shall walk around naked. Like, yes, because I feel no shame. She hasn't actually walked around naked, but like, yeah. So I think when she was little, she used to bully Dees, but I think she didn't understand that she was bullying him or shaming him.
Yes.
Yeah,
She was just telling him
yeah.
everything that was coming out of her brain.
Yeah, okay, we'll just keep studying humanities because I really want to increase.
Oh, we're really near to our creativity first
Yes.
point.
Tang, so usually so far ahead than the rest of you in terms of curriculum. That's surprising when you see Mars and Tang working closely together this month. It makes you
Oh,
bold
that's
enough to
nice.
ask Tang for help with something you're struggling with, but Tang just stares at you with a confused expression. Mars laughs and tells you she'll give you a hand later. She puts, if you're still having trouble, she puts a weird emphasis on how much extra credit she's been getting while spending time with Tang outside class. Okay, Mars. Very good. Congratulations on your flirtationing or whatever it is you two are doing. Great. Good for you.
We put the other yellow one out. We can put the other yellow one out because it gives you a +3. Then you can
Ah.
get, it'll be 6. What have you done?
Hang on.
And then it'll be 6, 6, 7. I don't understand.
No, I'm doing something. Hang on.
What are you doing?
Up, no.
Yay!
Because I'm smart like that, Devsji. I'm
How about,
smart like that.
4,
I'm
6,
gonna
6,
put
7,
this
okay.
giant one here.
Then it'll become
Now it's
5.
a
Yay!
5, 6, 7, 8. Ha! Oh no, it's not as good. Okay,
No,
never
it's
mind.
not as good. Let's get to the.
Yay!
Yay! We
We win Super Goal. 3 stars for us. Lots of creativity.
Yay! Hip, hip, hooray!
Oh, we got the line. Yay!
Oh, what's this? 5% chance to get what?
New perk. 5% chance to gain 1 extra skill. Oh wow, that's very handy.
What does that mean?
So when we do anything, we have 5% chance of gaining an extra point
Oh.
of skill.
Just randomly.
Just randomly. Just like whatever.
Okay. Alright.
Okay,
5%
it's not
very
bad.
much.
I mean, it's not great, but it's still pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
you know. Okay, it's
Whose birthday is
mid-wet.
it?
You know what?
it's
We
definitely
have not
somebody's
given
birthday.
Base a present in mid-wet. Let's just give
Fine.
him a present. Okay, here I have something for
Are you? Wait, hang on. No, wait. No, stop. It's
What?
somebody's birthday in mid-wet, isn't it?
No, it's nobody's birthday in mid-wet.
Are you sure?
Tangent is late wet. Mars is early wet. We don't know Vase's birthday or Sim's birthday because Sim is an alien. We don't know if he even has a birthday. And
Okay,
Vase
fine. Let's try.
we have
There's
not
okay,
given
fine.
Vase anything in mid-wet because we
So
keep
let's
giving,
give him a
oh,
thing.
look, it is his birthday! Yay!
Finally. Is that
We
the last
now
one?
know. Oh, now he wants to talk to us like a. Okay. You find
Fine.
Vase in the garrison lounge, holding court with a small group of young soldiers, listening to him tell a story about his latest expedition. He's gesturing animatedly with his arms and snarling like a beast.
And then I shot it out of the southern sky. Bam, bam.
Vase finishes as you approach. The gathered crowd hoots and hollers for him as which he accepts magnanimously. Looking
Right,
around, you can see
sycophants.
it's mostly his Helio crew. You can tell from their uniformly close blah, blah, blah. I can't read anymore. I'm just all drool. Close cropped
Okay.
hair and perfect posture. There are some faces you recognize from the colony. And the
Let's just tell our own
Manamini is
heroics
here
story.
and
Yeah,
she
we-
shoots you a little wave. We can tell our own heroic story because we are the
Yeah.
super's bravest. You loudly
Why not?
boast that Vase's story is nothing. Walk right into the crowd of listeners. All eyes turn towards you, including Vase, who is regarding you with a curious mixture of annoyance and interest. You tell them about the time you fought during the fall of Strato, battled the mighty Liar Flower. Oh, actually, never mind. Okay, I think we fought during the fall of. No, actually, no, because that would give poor Anemone a sad. So we'll talk about the Liar Flower because that has nothing to do.
What's the liar flower?
It's the triplet.
Okay.
It's fine, we're making it up. You tell
Alright.
the story, about almost being eaten by a lyre flower, describing it in great detail with accompanying hand gestures, its hundreds of terrible teeth, and the stench of its gaping maw. You leave out being rescued by Sim, as you can tell this crowd would not be warm to the idea. They are, however, extremely impressed by the description of how you cut your way out of the monster's belly and slid out in a torrent of entrails.
Damn.
Vase says, clearly impressed.
You must be the coolest person on this whole podunk planet.
You're so rude, Vase. Vase's friends laugh, and the colonists look at each other and smile awkwardly, already not wanting to disagree with Vase. All except Anemone, who joins in and laughs the loudest of all. Vase kicks out another stool from his table.
Well, hero, come sit beside the king. Excuse me.
You take a seat beside Vase. He crosses his arms and sits back, looking at you appraisingly. You know, that reminds me of the... you read that first.
I didn't think this colony made them like you. I thought you were all farmers and hippies, but you I like. You've got a warrior soul.
Oh, of course.
Excuse me, you're dating
yes.
them.
Yeah. So rude. The other Heliopause teenagers look at you approvingly.
The only thing this colony is good for is sport. Can't wait to get out there and shoot some aliens.
Vase says he bangs on the table with his fist.
Those null bleeps aren't gonna know what hit them.
You think you're a real hotshot, huh? I love a man who can get what he wants. And we're not doing that one because he's already dating Anemone and that would be rude to Anemone. You can't kill aliens, this is their home! I think he won't get
yes.
this because I think he is a
Yes,
meathead.
let's do a real hotshot.
Yeah.
I don't want to flirt with him.
Yeah, you think you're a real hotshot, huh? Vase raises an eyebrow at you. He gestures to, well, all of himself.
Obviously. What do I have to be humble about?
One of his friends punches him in the arm and Vase takes it with a cocky grin.
You
You and Vase talk a little while longer. Well, mostly he talks while you and his friends listen. Eventually, the little crowd breaks up as people move on to their other duties. Vase says goodbye to all of the Heliopause soldiers by name, and some of the colony ones too. Anemone lingers longer than the rest. He reaches out to her, and they grasp forearms, and he pulls her down for a kiss.
See you around later, babe.
You notice she has star-shaped freckles.
Aw.
Anemone one-ups him, sliding into his lap and kissing him deeply. Oh, gee.
Not if I see you first.
Face laughs and swats her butt when she gets up to leave.
Oh.
PDA! Too much PDA! Stop it!
I don't think this is PDA. He's not respecting her.
Eventually, it's just the two of you left. Face stands up and puts his hands on his hips, surveying the garrison, his kingdom.
All we did on the heliopause was train for this exact moment.
He says.
We were literally made for this. We are the best of the best.
He leans into your space and fixes you with a wolfish smile.
Which makes me the best thing to happen to this planet since it started bleeding out oxygen. Don't you forget it.
Okay. He's so
Okay.
gross. I feel slimy. I feel
Yeah.
enslimered. You know, the whole
What's
thing
wrong
when he
with
sits
him?
back and looks at you like this, right, reminds me of in Roald Dahl's Boy. There's
Oh, yeah.
when he writes about his friend who is a prefect, right, and then because they had prefects in the school, and there was like one prefect who was like, you know, who would be
The
like
king of
always,
prefects.
yeah, the king of prefects, who would look down his nose at everyone, and then Roald Dahl was like,
Even though he and
yeah,
even
if
though
you were
he was
taller than him, he would look down his nose at you by tilting his head back, so he could look down his nose at
so that he
you.
could look down his nose at you.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think that guy was his friend. That guy was happened to be his prefect.
No, it was just like a prefect in the school, but he
Yeah.
was like the prefect king, right? And then that was
Yeah.
what he did, right? So I look down my nose at everyone, and if you're taller than me, I shall tilt my head back so I can
So
look
that-
down my nose at you.
That's right.
It's like, well, get down there. 'Cause- so yeah, when he did that, right, it was like, oh, he tilts his head back and then look down his nose at you.
That's right.
Sorry, I just think that's funny. Okay, we have now increased our creativity to second level. We can,
Can we do anything about our persuasion at all? I know we were wearing a persuasion cloak, but then still.
we can only put. Oh, we can apply to be Lam's assistant because we are now.
Oh,
a
finally,
乖孩子.
finally. Let's
Yay,
no.
let's
Is
be
it?
Lam's assistant. You overhear another meeting between Seek and Lam. It is not that you're spying again, you're just curious. They seem to be disagreeing on another administrative task that Lam doesn't want to do. Does he do anything around here?
Figure it out, Seek.
Lam says.
That's your job.
Convince Lam you can help.
Yes, let's use our empathy to do that.
You walk straight to the two of them and declare you be a perfect governor's assistant. You can handle all this mindless busy work, freeing Lam up for his very important job of running the colony. Seek looks annoyed with you as they are with Lam.
Oh, good.
The governor, however, is pleased by your audacity. He walks you to the bridge.
Good. You can share that desk right over there with Mars.
He says.
You've worked with Mars before, right? A good kid, strong image. She handles my social media presence.
Unlock administration in command. Okay, let's see what it does. Admin.
Cool.
Okay.
Hope it.
3 persuasion and 3 organizing.
Yes.
Okay, let's do
Okay,
it!
Good. We need that. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
One of your first tasks as administrator is to format the monthly report to Earth. Report to Earth. It's full of boring, carefully formatted data. Seek is very specific about it and makes you redo it 3 times until you get it right. You
Okay.
drop off the report at the comms desk and realize you've yet to be told how to process any reply from Earth. You wonder if they reply at all. Ooh, investigate on our own.
Yes, do it.
This is it. You sneakily read through the administrative HoloNet files you've been allowed to access now. There's a huge backlog of messages, all dating from during the 20 years the Stratospheric was in space. You scroll through the preview text quickly, not
Whoa.
wanting to draw too much attention to yourself. The majority of the messages are updates from the colony's allies in the Vatumna group, but every so often there's a message ordering the ship to cease and return to Earth, putting an end to their illegal emigration and return their stolen property. If the Vatumna group weren't outlaws on Earth before, stealing congruence and gene
Oops.
tech definitely did the trick. These messages are
Uh-oh.
angry. There are no messages from any time after the stratospheric lander on Vertumna. Maybe nothing can get through the wormhole. Maybe the communication system was damaged and it wasn't until the heliopause landed that the communications could be restored. Or maybe both planets are just shouting into the void. Ah, it's impossible to say. Get to work. I see.
Oh.
So we stolid things.
We stole congruence
We
and
stole
gene tech.
congruence and gene tech.
Oopsie.
Oopsies. Oh, 3, 4. Oh, -1. Okay, 3, 4. Wrong one. It is 6. 4, 5, 6, 8. Actually, 6, 7, 8. 1,
7,
2, 3,
8.
4,
Yay!
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-dee-doo. Okay, 6 persuasion.
Okay.
Look at our persuasion. It went up so high.
We're doing well.
We're doing well, yes. Now we will become the most persuasive idiot on this planet.
Good.
We'll be even more persuasive than Lam.
Oh, hang on. It's late wet.
It's late wet, so it is Tangent's birthday.
And also Deesa's birthday. And we
Dees is
cannot see
dead
Dees.
now. Or Dees has gone off to join the gardeners or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Tangent, have a flower to bring you back to being a normal person. Yes, find it useful,
Thank you.
whatever. Oh, she wants to talk to
Alright.
us.
Oh, good.
You find Tang puzzling over a large hollow screen, making notes on her hollow eye and frowning over them. As you approach, she gestures to wipe the hollow screens clean and start again. She sighs, taking a breath to rub her temples.
Okay, Tang. Come on, think.
You come up. Oh, you change her voice. Now she's like,
What?
because she used to have like a British.
Okay, Tang. Come on, think.
You come up beside her and she startles.
Oh, Solana, say hello.
She says,
I'm in the middle of running simulations on genetic diversity over the next few generations. You're welcome to see. It will affect all of us most likely.
"Yeah, the voice is for Instance, who is the cranky one."
Yeah.
Tang pulls up the next genogram simulation, a family tree encompassing all the people in the colony, their familial relationships and genetic conditions. She scrutinizes it with a frown.
We have an unusually high amount of hereditary heart disease, no matter how you slice it.
She mutters.
Luck of the draw. We've lost quite a bit more genetic diversity than the original geneticists of the Vertumni project anticipated, and that's not even counting those unwilling or unable to reproduce.
She crosses her arms.
It's possible to steer the ship out of it, so to speak, but it would take some purposeful breeding choices. At least for 5 to 6 generations.
May I verify your data?
Your data.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
the
think
heck are
that's-
you talking about? Actually, smart
No, I
enough.
think
We have some
we're smart
biology
enough, I
verified.
think so.
May I verify your data? Tang gives you a curt smile and angles the hollow screen towards you.
Sounds crude.
She
But-
admits.
The colony will need to accept a certain level of oversight in this matter if we intend to survive, genetically speaking. Artificial insemination of material from Earth donors, even in love matches, for example.
I don't think they'll like that.
Yeah. You stare at the geogram until your eyes cross and shake your head. Tang laughs.
It's terrifyingly complex, isn't it?
She says.
Imagine, this process happens all the time naturally. Why, any sweating beast can squirt a child into the dirt. It's all just proteins and luck. But the end result is this.
She waves her hand at the master chart.
It's beautiful in a way. Long enough time scale, we can predict the genetic drift of the species. In the face of that, what do family bonds matters?
Tang laughs bitterly.
It's not as if sharing genes with anyone guarantees you'll be a strong family unit. Does anyone really like their parents?
This sounds a little eugenicsy.
Yeah, this sounds a little
reasonable.
eugenicsy. Tang looks affronted.
You what?
She sputters.
Oh, Selenity. Surely there's a middle ground between eugenics and everyone dying of preventable genetic diseases, especially in this first critical generations.
Come on, it's still eugenics.
Yes, I think so.
Tang rolls her eyes.
Whatever. I'm still gonna run the simulations. Then when your inbred great-great-great-grandchildren interface with my consciousness that I've uploaded into the colony AI, I can tell them I was right. As for my own family,
Tang continues.
I feel no allegiance to any of them based on blood. If I had no family at all, that would be acceptable.
What about Dees? Don't you miss
Yeah,
your
what about
mom?
Dees?
Yeah, what about Dees? I think she misses her mother.
I'm ashamed we're even related. Literally. All he does is go out on expedition and talk to trees. Who even knows where he is right now?
That's true.
Hello, he ran away.
He's run away. Don't you miss your mother?
You mean a depressed drunk who died when I was a kid?
Tank retorts.
No, not at all. If it wasn't for Chief Steward N, I probably would still be even alive.
Do you want kids someday? Tang looks thoughtfully at the genogram.
Truthfully, I'm not entirely certain I can bear children. There must be some limits to my gen-engineered body. I certainly didn't experience puberty to the extent that Mars did, for example. Besides,
Tang continues.
children would only distract me from my work. The chief engineer never had children, after all. Think that's admirable. Hello,
Thanks.
she had you.
Chief Engineer instance, had you in that she adopted you.
Yeah.
So she had
So
you.
it's the same.
Tang's gaze flicks over to where the Chief Engineer instance is talking to one of the other lab assistants.
In some ways, I'm the child she never had, and she's the mother I wish I did have.
She says quietly.
Instance and I became close when we started the gender affirmation process.
She continues.
It was so obvious then that we were kindred spirits. Over the years, when I could come in for checkups and observation, we'd often talk about the science behind the process, and of course showed an interest in it. And Instance fostered that in me. She supported me. Or maybe she used you as a guinea pig.
Yeah. Tang looks down at the ground.
Unlike my own mother, who by that point had ceased to find joy in almost anything. What would I be without Instance?
Tang says.
The only things I have in life are what she gave me. Not just this body, but my passion, my hard work, my achievements. Without her, I would have nothing. I owe her everything.
She sounds really important to you, I think.
You're more than what she made you to be is also a reasonable response. But I think she sounds really important to you is validating her ideas, yeah.
Tang smiles.
She is. More than anyone. Now, if you excuse me,
She
I have
says-
a legacy to plan.
Okay. Tang.
I don't think we learned anything about her there. But fine.
I mean, we learned that she has like she's done something to her body when she was little.
We know that already.
Yeah, we
isn't
knew
it?
that already, but we didn't know that she and Instance did it together.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And also, we didn't know that her mother was a depressment.
No, we did know that her mother was a depressment.
No, we knew her mother died. We didn't know her mother was a depressment.
Well, she keeps referring to her mother as a drunk, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that that's and that Dee said that his mother
Had issues.
Checked out.
Checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we did know that their mother had a problem, and died.
Okay.
from
You
the
know what?
problem.
Next, we haven't explored at all this season.
Yeah, well, we don't have much energy, but we don't need much energy because we can. No, we did explore. That's why we were depressed when we started.
No, I mean this round, and next round is glow.
Okay, fine. You want to explore?
I really think we should go and talk to Sim.
Okay, where do we want to go?
Where's Sim?
Sim is everywhere except the swamps.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, in that case,
New
if
boss
he's
event
everywhere-
spawned. Huh.
what does that mean?
I don't know. It just says new boss event spawned.
Oh, I don't know if we've got time for that. Let's. I mean, we can. I mean, when I say time, I don't know if we've got energy for that. Should we just do it?
Okay, sure.
Because we can skip things,
We
right?
can skip all the things all the way to just the boss event. We can skip things all the way to Sim if we want.
Okay, let's skip things all the way to and see if we can find
La
Sim.
la 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 la, let's run around. La 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 la, let's run around. Ooh doo doo doo, there's supposed to be 12 things that we can pick up. I just don't know where they are.
Nothing so far.
It says there were 12 things, or maybe it was just 12 events and that we've already picked up all the items.
I thought they respawn.
They do after a while. They respond faster because we've got perception, but that's it. Right?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, just keep an eye out.
well-
Just keep an eye out. Just keep
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
eye on the prize.
On the prize, yeah. Let's look for the prizes. I don't see any.
But that's fine.
It's fine.
We are here to look for Sim and to
Sim.
do the boss event, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where's our little mousy friend? Oh, there he is.
Hi Sim. Oh, he wants to talk to us.
Oh, okay, good.
You're enjoying a relatively uneventful second sun of taking readings for one of Utopia's geological surveys when your world shifts into an
Uh-oh.
unnatural axis as Sim comes crashing seemingly out of thin air, grappling with a skyfish almost as big as he is.
Look out.
He calls to you. Though it's far too late for that, the ground rushes up to meet you, and it's all you can do to close your eyes and protect your head. To make matters worse, in the ensuing tussle, they completely crush the delicate scanning equipment you've just set up. You've just
Uh-oh.
finished setting up. Utopia is going to be upset. Ouch! What the heck was that? Oh no. Oh no. I think, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. You survey the wreckage helplessly while Sim holds the skyfish at bay. The skyfish flops around pitifully, then flops into the sky and flies away, trilling in distress. It didn't even look dangerous, really.
Okay. Honestly.
Sim croaks, and you turn your attention to him. Blood is pouring from a wound in his chest, where one of the skyfish's spines must have pierced his otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that will definitely leave a scar or worse. Holding the wound close, Sim smiles sheepishly.
I guess my future sight isn't always 2020.
Holy bleep, are you going to be okay? You can see the future? Yeah, you can say that again. You can see the future? We didn't know he could see the future.
No,
Oh,
I
like,
didn't know
are you
that.
going to be okay? You have a giant hole in your chest.
You can see the future.
You can see-
We're really cross and irritated right now.
Yeah, you can see the future? He grins.
You think it's just a coincidence that I'm there exactly at the right time to save you. At night when I'm when I'm asleep.
He corrects himself.
I sometimes see visions of things that are about to happen. Or at least that could happen. My dreams aren't always true.
Sim says, wincing as he applies pressure to the wound.
The paths branch and converge. The time is more like a web than a line, I think.
Oh, he's glitching. He's glitching.
Oh yeah.
He smiles weakly.
But always in the center. That's you.
I can see the future too. No, we can't. Yes, we can.
Yes,
we
we
had
can.
the dream. Yeah, I can see the future too. I'm the chosen one. No, I think I can see the future too. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the future too.
You can.
Sim laughs.
Well, you must not be very good at it either.
You try to explain. You tell him it's kind of like remembering, but in your dreams. It's happened ever since you were a little kid. Like you're remembering things that haven't happened yet. You admit that some of them are pretty rough, like visions of people dying. Sim nods in agreement as you explain.
Some gardeners have this ability.
He says,
But it takes hundreds, even thousands of years to develop. Seems you were born with it. I can't tell you how this future sight works.
Sim continues.
To be honest, I don't even know. But if you're curious,
He's clearly grappling with something, and not
you
just
might-
the sluggishly bleeding wound.
you might look for answers under the light of the wormhole in Glow.
He confesses. You press him for more, but he begs you to simply leave him to handle his injury in peace. Like, yes, he's got a giant hole in his chest.
Let's give him a present.
Okay, fine. He's got a hole in his chest. Okay, fine. Here, I brought you something.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
his puncture wound is gone.
Oh, fast healer. Okay. Hello, imagine meeting you here.
Have a
have
flower.
Okay, fine.
He likes it.
Oh,
He's just a
remarkable. Solaris is just remarkable. You're truly the most thoughtful of gift givers. I have enjoyed your present to the fullest.
Sim likes yellow flowers. Okay.
Oh, but he doesn't keep it.
He doesn't keep it, he just gives it back. He does it
Okay,
to
why?
I don't know, because I guess he has nowhere to take it to. I mean, he lives in a vat. That's what he said, right? He lives in a vat.
Oh, that's true.
It's like, what am I gonna do with that? Let's bring it to my vat.
Oh yeah, why not? I decorate my vat with it. Where's the boss? Where's the boss incident? We don't have much of smiley face, so
you're
That is-
exploring the
okay.
You're exploring the ruined wormhole observatory again. It feels so familiar. You've dreamed about this place many times, and it's like you're remembering it all now. This time, the dream memories grip you. You wander as if sleepwalking down familiar paths. You look up and see the wormhole faint in the sky above. The time is right to observe it. You concentrate on finding the place. You approach the large pyramid in the center of the complex. Beside it is one of the smaller elevators, a little monolith with a round iris door. This is the place. Your head throbs with it. Even standing outside, you know there's something down there. Find a way in.
I thought we've done this before.
You look for... No, we went to another place.
Oh,
Then we
okay.
exploded it. You look
Yes.
for one of the elevator monoliths near the pyramid. But find it. It's overgrown with snaking vines and brambles with very large flowers all over. You could push through them, but... Your hollow palm beeps. You run a scan on one of the flowers to confirm. Huh, it's radioactive. Highly so. Neutralize the radiation! Because we know how to do
Yes,
it.
because we can do that.
Pass on by.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
No problem. Good thing you studied these planets earlier and know its wily ways. Tickle it just so and the radioactive flowers close. It pass to let you through. You enter the elevator, thankfully still working, and descend beneath the ground. It opens to a kind of antechamber room with an exit at the other end, leading to the heart of the pyramid. There are glyphs
Cool.
carved into the crystal panels on the walls, symbols that resemble the wormhole. Ah, sorry. Oh no, and then we died. Oh no, we think you might faint. Oh, this is a bad idea. And then we left because we ran out of energy.
Dang
Okay,
it.
let's go home. We have a headache. I have a
Okay.
migraine. Well, have a nap.
Alright. So we
I-
weren't able to complete the boss event.
Yeah. Oh well, we just have to
Okay,
have
whose
a nap.
birthday is Glow?
No one's birthday is Glow. Glow is just Glow.
Okay, who wants
Okay.
to talk to us in Glow?
No one wants to talk to us. I mean, we can give them presents if we want, but no, nobody out has birthday.
Oh, so it wasn't Sim's birthday?
It might have been Sim's birthday in Glow, but the thing is that how do we get out? We can't get out during Glow.
That's true. Oh, so does that mean that
Yeah. You've got not enough energy.
does that mean that have we figured out everybody's birthday?
Yeah, for except,
Ex-
you know, the people who are dead.
Yeah, and Sim.
And Sim. Okay, let's just have a nap in the park.
Why in the park?
Because then we can friends with our mouse creature. Because we only have level 1 mouse creature.
Okay then, fine. Let's do it.
Okay, never mind. We did not, in fact, do anything with our mouse creature.
Is it because we did not relax in the right place?
No, we realized that, oh, wait, you're heading to bed when the sirens begin to wail, heralding the beginning of the yearly xenofauna attack. Outside your
Oh,
window, you see
great.
soldiers begin to form up. This year, Nem is heading up her own squad. You see her red hair bobbing along with the others as she rushes to defend the wall. Rush out after her. Nem looks at
Yep.
you in surprise, but nods when she sees you're ready to fight. Someone hands you a plas rifle and you join her squad on the walls. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Nem and watch the Xenos mass on the far side of the fire break.
Look at them all.
She says darkly.
They just keep coming. More and more every year. What are they even waiting for? Why don't they just attack already?
Okay. She shoots a look at the rest of her squad, all of them Helios, mostly young adults like you, and lowers her voice.
I just want to get over it. Get it over with, you know.
She confides with you.
These Helios learned to march before they could walk. I want to prove that I can handle myself as well as they can.
She runs her fingers down the barrel of her plas rifle where she stenciled the name Kombucha. Aww, she's thinking
I
of
think
her
her-
brother.
But I don't think her brother would like it.
No,
that
he
she's
wouldn't.
Named the
but-
gun after him. He's not
No.
that kind of guy.
No, he wasn't, but I think she's having a, you know... It's still
I mean,
sad.
That's her way.
That's
isn't
her
it?
way. A lowing from the forest draws your attention back to the enemy line. The wall of animals is approaching in eerie unison, their footsteps drumming a rumbling tattoo across the ground. Nem clutches her rifle tightly.
Okay, here goes.
The animals approach the wall at a steady pace, but stop short of the walls. Instead, they mill around outside the colony near the garrison. In the eerie silence, you hear the sudden crackle of blast rifle fire, and a flying creature falls to the ground. You hear Security Chief Red from his post at the walls telling his squad to hold their fire. His voice rings through the still, expectant air. The Xenos are just standing there. It's so quiet. The animals appear to be waiting for something. Uncomfortable impasse stretches into minutes until finally Nem tilts her head as though she's hearing orders through her hearspeak.
Okay, we're just going to attack them.
She says, her voice lilting up
Attack them?
almost as if it's a question. Her Helio-born squad mates look at her with unsure expressions, but Nem nods.
Yeah, to the walls, open fire.
Okay, I think this is a stupid idea. They're just standing there, we shouldn't just shoot at them. They're not attacking us. Fight! Yeah. Oh, we were given orders and we're stupid. 3, 4.
I don't know if we're doing the right thing.
4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4. Ow.
Wow.
4, 3, 6. 1, 4, 8. Okay, you know what? Return the 1 and 2 or 4. Put 2 4s down. 4, 4, 4. Then we'll save the 3, 4 for later.
Yeah, alright then.
3,
Okay.
4.
4, 4, 4.
4, 4, 4.
9.
6.
No good.
4, 4, 4, 9. 4, 4, 4, 14!
Ah! Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Then we're gonna hit 35. Okay, we can do it. We can do it.
3, 4, 4, 3, 6, 4, 6, 6, 7, 5, 4, 5, 7,
8.
8, 6, 5, 6, 10, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Fine.
Fine,
Yeah,
fine. Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
we've done it.
+2 combat. We are victorious.
We've nearly got
we've
to the
increased
next...
we've increased the colony defense. You and the others open fire, joined by other squads at the other points in the walls. The creatures continue to mill around as they're cut down by a hail of crackling blast rifle fire, seemingly unbothered. It's not until a few minutes pass that the creatures seem to wake up, in a sense, breaking from their holding pattern and beginning to batter the walls as usual. Flying creatures begin to soar overhead, landing in the courtyard and attacking from within. You stay on the walls and pick off what you can, trying to keep the creatures from forming a living pyramid to scale the walls. You hear the battering of their bodies against the gates from here, and the commotion as the gate's defenders rally to keep the gates shut. Governor Lum comes charging up to Nem.
I need command of your squad.
He says,
I'm taking them down to the courtyard to engage the enemy directly.
My squad?
Nem stammers. She looks conflicted. Lum is the governor and outranks her as a soldier, but he's Lum. His plan is bound to be dangerous or even suicidal. The rest of the squad are Helio-born, yes, but they're also just teenagers like you.
Don't you need us up here, supporting defenders from the walls?
She chances to suggest. Oh, let's ask the security chief. That way,
Yeah, I think we
that's
should,
between
yeah.
you and Rhett. It's not our problem anymore.
Yeah.
Nem looks relieved.
Yeah, let me just check with Red, okay? He might need us. Let me just check.
Lum nods her forward and Nem steps away to confer with Red over her here speak.
Okay.
When she returns, she looks unsure.
He says you can't order a bunch of kids into the worst part of the fighting just because you think it'll look cool.
She repeats.
He wants us to stay on the walls.
Yeah, because Lum is idiot, right? He just wants to look cool.
He just wants to look cool.
Lum throws his hands in the air in disgust.
You Stratos are even more cowardly than I thought.
This spurs your Helio squad mates into action. They abandon Nem and follow the governor down into the courtyard below. You and Nem remain on the wall, defending them against being breached by Xenos and picking off the flying ones before they can land in the courtyard. The gate stays standing. After about an hour, the attack ends as quietly as it began, with the remaining Xenos slinking back into the forest from whence they came.
Okay.
In the quiet following the battle, the colony comes out of hiding together in the courtyard, surveying the damage. Everyone looks weary, but you survived another year with remarkably few casualties. You must have been very lucky. The Xenos still seem to be getting stronger and more aggressive every year. Yeah, Lum is just messing things up like a weirdo. We're 19. Okay, we're almost at the adult age. She is 19, and then the game ends at age 19. So
okay.
Once it's our birthday, I think it will end.
All right then. Is it our birthday?
It's our birthday after this month. I think it ends after this month, or I think maybe it ends when we're 20. So maybe it ends after this.
Okay. So in that case, then if not, so, then we should stop.
Okay, let's just get to our birthday at least, like our proper
birthday.
Then
fine.
Like our birthday celebration, and then we can stop.
All right, fine then.
Okay.
There's nothing to pick up here. There's nothing to pick up.
No, we can do strength stuff, but do we care? Wait, there's nothing to pick up. Oh wait, there's a vegetable. Is that a vegetable? Yes, it is a vegetable. Thank you, vegetable.
What?
I dug up a bunch of medicinal roots. There's a vegetable.
That's been a while since we found vegetables.
Yes, but we found one because we are so smart.
Oh, okay. I wonder if there's a stick for our boyfriend.
Yes, let's get our boyfriend.
Do you think our boyfriend would like medicinal roots?
I don't think he likes. I think he just likes sticks and cakes.
Who else likes medicinal roots?
Tang likes medicinal roots, and Dees used to like medicinal roots before he ran away and joined the circus.
I wonder if Nomi likes medicinal roots.
Well, we can give her one if you want. I mean them. We can give them one.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
have her medicinal roots.
No, I want to give our boyfriend a hug. Okay, fine.
Okay. I'll give you our medicinal roots. They are not happy.
Oh.
I don't know. Do these belong outside? Are they safe or they do not like it?
Okay,
No.
I guess not. Sorry.
They're not a bio person, they're an engineering person. Oh, we can go on a date with our boyfriend.
Okay, let's
give him
do
a hug
that.
first. Hugs. Okay, and then we go on a date. Let's go on a
Can I
date.
give him a present?
We don't have a stick.
Or must it always be a stick?
Yes. Do you want to go on a
Alright,
date?
fine.
Rex, yes.
Oh boy,
we
do
can sit
I?
buddy.
Let's go.
You head up to the roof. Rex leads you up to the roof of the Helio, long since built over to support various ladders and platforms and hiding holes. The place he leads you has a few pillows and blankets tucked away in it, which come in handy when the wind whips up and makes everything unusually chilly for Vertumna.
This is one of my favorite places.
Rex says,
And
kissing your shoulder.
I'm with one of my favorite people. Who could ask for more?
Aww,
Okay, thanks.
had a
Oh,
great
that's nice.
time.
Okay, great.
Okay, do we want to, we can continue
Is it
our
not? It's our birthday,
persuasion.
isn't it?
It's our birthday.
No.
Yes, it is our birthday. It's nobody else's birthday, it's our birthday. I'm going to assist the government.
Okay. We're going to,
Yes.
yes.
Being
Improve our
Lum's
persuasion.
assistant, there isn't a glamorous life of political intrigue you hope for. He's more of a soldier than a politician, and even then, you hear he's not much of a soldier either. If he notices that people mock him, he doesn't seem to care. It almost makes him more boastful, like he thinks the sole duty of a governor is to soak up as much attention and power and wield it whenever he likes.
Okay.
Whenever he's questioned on something, he just unleashes such a torrent of bravado and barely veiled threats that it's impossible to make your own point. And he just pushes through what we wanted to do anyway. It's infuriating. Given that the colony's governance was based around the idea of communication and empathy, no one seems to know how to contain him. As for the Helios, they seem to have gotten their own ways to get around him. They're grateful he's gotten into politics, because that means your older and more experienced security chief Red makes all but the largest military decisions. In fact, you think some of them enjoy he's such a moron because they hope the colony fails. They think he's entertaining. Mars is responsible for producing his social media content, which he considers an important part of his brand. They mostly consist of powerful sounding but ultimately empty speeches about how great the colony is doing and how proud everyone should be of their really, really, truly great work. Just fantastic, really, while usually carrying a log of mushwood so he looks super strong. You and Mars huddle in the command, trying to avoid his attention while Mars scrolls through Lum's selfie roll, trying to pick out the best one for social media.
As a political strategy, it's not unheard of,
she mutters.
Plenty of Earth dictators used it. I just can't tell if it's his official strategy or if he really is this vain.
You hear his footsteps approaching and Mars groans. Lum claps his hand on her shoulder and smiles broadly.
There you are. I was thinking, in the next video, I think the colony is ready to see some of the footage from that counterattack I led against the enemy aliens.
Oh, stars. You remember this? Lum plays the footage of the time he charged into battle and nearly got everyone killed with explosives. You cringed as you remember it wasn't your finest moment either. You can't believe this is the footage he wants to hold up as proof of his bravery and vision.
Oh, great. This is great footage.
Mars simpers.
Just really great. It's actually perfect for Selene to practice working on her video entertaining skills.
You shoot Mars a stinky look, but she just smiles. Lum agrees. With such great material, he practically did his job for you. How are you going to spin this into a propaganda piece? Convince him to try something else. Try to make him look bad. Tell him how stupid this. Nay, believe that. Do something else. Yeah, I think do something else.
Yeah, let's try to.
Yeah. Nay, believe that. You. Oh, that increased the colony defense. His stupid. Preventing his stupidity increases colony defense. You managed to convince Lum that the colony is still too traumatized from the attack. They won't have positive associations with Lum being involved, even if he does look like a hero. Lum begrudgingly agrees. He's just like, I'm a hero! Like, shut up your face, you stupid man.
Ooh, okay. Cool. Go 5 by 5 by 5.
5, 5, 5. Oh, 5, 7, 5, 5. 8. Okay,
so
the
we could rearrange it so we can be 5, 5.
5, 5, 6, 3, 6, 7, 8. And
Yay.
we win!
Let's just win. Yay!
Yay! We've like lost the plot now. We're like no longer trying to be the
tired.
super.
We don't need to be super gold. There's no.
As usual, no, you do get sometimes extra points, but as usual for this time of year, your dreams have been more vibrant and invasive. You have this trouble distinguishing dream from reality during the day, and you dread falling asleep at night. Huh? How'd that Hopeye get into your bedroom? Shoot away. Follow it.
No, follow it. We're going to Alice in Wonderland.
You chase it out of your balcony door and find yourself on a thickly wooded path. The mushroom pressing in close on every side. The light is weird here, pink and glittering and casting teal shadows. La 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 la. The Hopeye disappears down a hole in the ground without thinking. You dive after it, squeezing your shoulders to fit through. Oh, I'm in Alice in Wonderland. You tumble into a cave, beautiful and surreal, shimmering with a light that seems to come from within. Whenever you take a step forward, granules of pink sand crush underfoot.
Oh boy.
The cave opens out into a forest that seems lifted from a fairy tale. The sunlight beams through breaks in the trees, illuminating a path of mushroom-ring stepping stones that lead you to a small cottage. You spot the Hopeye hurrying further down the path. Let's go to the cottage.
No, let's follow the Hopeye. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
fine. But there's a cottage. I want to. Okay, fine.
No,
we'll follow the
we're
Hopeye.
doing this. We're
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in
Okay.
Wonderland it. Yeah.
Past the cottage is a field dotted with hunched-over figures. You watch them tend crops with simple robotic motions, not caring as you tromp through their work. Their straw eyes and overalls look tattered, and when you pass close to one, you realize they're not human at all. They're made of metal. Sightless glass eyes stare back at you, metal faces pockmarked with rust. The rust of their terrible creaking floods your ears like a cloud of cicadas. Creak, 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 creak. Okay. Lois's robot, yeah, it turns to you, its glass eyes shining red, and it grabs you by the wrist. Its grip is painful, bringing you down to your knees in the lermy dote. It pushes you down, down, planting you like a seed. The ground swallows you, and you can't even cry out. You're falling!
Okay.
You land hard on solid ground, your breath whooshing from you. It's hot here, impossibly hot. The twin suns beat down on you, burning your skin on contact.
Yes, but where's the Hopeye?
It's almost... Well, you were the one. I could have gone into the nice cottage, but you were like, no, let's go, blah, blah, blah. And now we are in the pain place. Painful
Okay,
to bleed. In all directions stretches a barren wasteland of dead trees, like bones puncturing the dry skin of the planet. You rise from the dusty, cracked earth and begin to walk, stumbling over bones of unknown creatures.
So
You
disgusting.
don't know where you're walking, only that the horizon doesn't change. The red sky just stretches overhead like a great bowl of heat pressing down on you. The bowl of heat. The bowl of heat.
No, the bowl of heat.
Oh no, it's the Hopeye has turned into a monster. Okay, sorry. The great roar shakes you, and you turn to see a chimeric nightmare, a manticore, but with Governor Lum's face. He towers over you from a podium, his claws clacking, and his tail thrashing as it prolestizes.
We, the primeval forest, felling.
He chants.
We, the river stemming, pressing deep the minds within. We, the broad surface broad surveying. We, the virgin soil upheaving.
Overhead, the sky is streaked with smoke. You hear a rumbling in the distance. We fight the monster or run away.
Fight the monster.
Fight the monster.
We
You
are a toughness.
Clutch your legs and refuse to look away from the beast. With a yell from behind you, Mars appears and swings a sword made of light at the love abomination. Its head rolls across the dirt, but it continues
about
to
right.
speak. You turn from the scene and walk away, feeling the memory of it cling to you as you push and claw your way through to another reality. You stumble forwards
what
into
Mars
a
is
dark,
doing.
glowing forest. Blessedly cool air brushes your cheeks, thick with moisture and making your face wet as if you've been crying.
Okay.
The path wends upwards, flanked by humanoid figures carrying candles. Some are wearing robes, some armor, some lab coats and envirosuits and formal wear. Some are elderly, and some barely 10 years old. All turn to look at you, and you realize with a jolt, they're you.
Okay.
Every single one of them is you. You see yourself reflected in their eyes as they gaze upon you dispassionately, a line of possibilities stretching out as far as you can see. The hopper crouches between the ranks and gazes solemnly out as you pass. You walk steadily upward, feeling their unflinching gaze. Wow, this is a real... We ate too many food before bed, and now we are having the
that's
fever
right.
dream.
We have the cheese, too much cheese and beans.
Cheese dream, yeah, we had the cheese. Feeling the unflinching gaze follow you. Overhead, the wormhole hangs in the sky like an overripe fruit, bending the heavy branch of space and time towards you. It's so close, you feel as if you could touch it. You stretch your hand out, seeking. You wake up.
Wah, wah.
What does it say? Gain status insomnia!
That's great. That's
Insomnia,
really
what does
we
it do? Just tell me. A milky quiet sunlight pours through your window. Flakes of bromide snow piling up against the glass. You feel as tired as when you went to bed. It's your birthday! You're 19 years old. Only one more year as a teenager.
Okay.
Okay, congratulations to us. Okay, it makes us stupid. Oh yeah, stupid for 3 months.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Excellent.
I think we need to save.
Yeah.
We have been in the place of madness.
Yeah, and I have to stop anyway because
It's
it's quite
late.
late. I've got to work tomorrow, so.
Okay, hang on.
That so. Yeah, just last chase. Everyone from the place. Along with the rain, I've a smile.
Oh, what have I done? Okay, let me go.
Walk down the lane.
Just singing and dancing in the rain.
Then repeats until hopelessly bored.
Okay, so updates if there are any.
No updates today because I'm too sleepy. I've already told you my Jiao Nana update, so that's
Yeah, you have told us
that is
about the
the
Jiao
update.
Nana.
Yes.
Let me see. Is there I've got nothing else to update really because I'm I guess hang on. I will bring forth the creature. Be right back.
Okay. Alright. I'm very thirsty.
Oh, no,
I
what
hope
have
you
you
don't
not
take too
done?
long.
What is
Because
this? What is this?
I've forgotten to bring a drink up here. So it is a mistake it is a mistake
Come here,
to
Ursula.
not have a drink with you, but when you're doing
Hold still.
a live stream,
Yes,
and I
there's a
have
good bird.
unfortunately
good
made
bird.
this mistake of not
There we
preparing
are.
a drink.
Who's a good birdie?
Don't follow my terrible
Come here and
example.
perch. Good
Daughter
bird.
Debbie says,
Good bird,
always
Ursula.
drink
No,
water.
not good bird, Ursula. Put you in my lap for a bit.
oh, peep peep peep, hello.
This
Hello,
is
chickie.
Ursula Vernon the fourth. We have decided that all the black chickies will henceforth be known as Ursula Vernon the fourth, in order
Okay, then.
to raise their
Just
chances.
that the collective Ursula Vernon.
Yes. We know
Nice.
that the black chickies are most likely female. This Ursula Vernon the fourth is the one that likes to pretend that it can fly.
I believe I can fly.
She believes
I
she
believe
can
I
fly.
can fly
She
the
believes
sky.
she can touch the sky. She jumps a lot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a very brave.
She's very brave, but
chicky
considering that she
Chicky
is,
boo.
this particular species, the silky, is not in fact a flying species.
Oh.
Chickens can in fact fly, but just
But
not,
not
this
this chicken.
particular type, because
Their wings are very small.
well, no,
and
it's not that their
sad.
wings are very small. It's that they don't actually have primary pinion feathers because they're made of fluff.
Oh.
But yeah, she's sitting here very comfortably, being comfortable and pecking at me. To be honest, these birds are the stupidest group of chickens I've ever had. I have given them a sand bath to bathe themselves and keep themselves clean. And instead of bathing in the sand bath, what are they doing? They're bathing in the sawdust, which is not good at keeping them clean, and they're just eating the sand. just eating
Oh.
the sand because you know that's edible.
Why not, right?
So,
Well,
yes, you
they
wanna-
do sometimes eat the rocks and sand, isn't it?
Yes,
for
they
to
do
be
sometimes
crushy
eat rocks and
things.
sand to put in their crops.
But you used to give them a special kind of
yes, of rocks and sand
of
and,
rocks and sand
and
for
grit
eating.
for eating.
Yeah.
But this group is just like we'll just eat the garbage.
Okay, well,
All
they're
right.
not the brightest chicky
No,
boos,
they're
I
not.
suppose.
Hey, chico, 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 you're a cute chickie.
Never mind.
Okay. Nobody that is in our normal group of friends. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong area. Hang on, let me just. I can't move my. Okay. I'll just
Calm
move
down,
my mouse
chickie.
and try and use it with my left hand, which is going to be fun because I'm not. You know what? Come and sit here. Sit on my left hand. Sit on my left hand so I can use my right hand. Thank you.
Chicky!
Yes. Okay. Let's see who is online right now.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm just going to briefly continue saying what I was saying before. Dr. Debbie was just saying that drinking water is good, and the fact that I failed to bring a cup of water with me to live stream is actually a very, very terrible thing because now I'm very, very thirsty. It's a good habit to keep a bottle of water with you or carry one with you wherever you go, just so that you can sip at it during the day. You may not
Yes.
necessarily feel thirsty, but it's always good to replenish. You should be, going to the toilet, at least once an hour. If you must, once every 2 hours. But it's good to have it to go to the toilet and make sure that you're actually keeping yourself hydrated. The only way to know if you're hydrated is to make sure that you're passing water. That's the only real way to know. If you're not passing water, it means that you don't have enough to pass. You haven't drunk enough to pass anything out. So,
Oh no.
yeah, so make sure you drink your water.
All right.
Yes.
And Auntie Selfie says, raincoats are really actually much more useful than umbrellas particularly in stormy, windy weather. I would recommend that you get a good, nice tight raincoat and wear that because especially in this weather, which we Australians like to call umbrella eating weather, you end up finding all these dead umbrellas by the side of the road because they've been blown inside out or snapped
forget
in
it.
half. Sometimes it's just not worth it, and you might actually find that you get drier with a raincoat than an umbrella. So definitely invest in a good raincoat.
Good raincoat, maybe waterproof trousers even that go over
Waterproof
your
trousers
regular
as
trousers.
well. If you, because like a good raincoat
Why
and
not,
waterproof
right?
trousers are very good. Especially if you're cycling, waterproof trousers are very handy.
Yeah.
All right.
Or,
Yes.
wear your waterproof trousers.
Wear your waterproof trousers. And now
It's even better if you can put the edge of the waterproof trousers over your shoes.
that is true.
As in, like over the tops of your shoes so that they
Or
don't
you
drip
could wear a
inside your
good
shoes.
pair of nice rain boots. That is also an option.
Yes.
But
But also, if you had rain boots and you put your waterproof trousers on the outside of your rain boots, then you will have dry feet forever.
yes.
And then you will win. You'll win the grand prize of having nice dry feet.
Ursula is falling asleep.
It's nothing worse than a pair of wet socks.
Yeah, nothing worse than that. Also, after handling animals, always wash your hands.
Oh, definitely. Even if
Okay.
they're your pet animals.
Even if
and
they
you
are your pet
clean
animals.
and bathe them regularly, you still need to wash your hands.
Who's a good birdie? You are a good birdie. Okay, we will be raiding today Mrs. Uno because she looks interesting and also she's playing a game called Littlewood, which I understand is a very relaxing game.
Okay,
Game.
sounds good. Let's go.
Also because none of our friends are online because it's a stupid
So
o'clock.
good. Never mind. Let's go meet a new friend.
Let's go meet a new friend and hopefully they are a good new friend. Yes.
Okay,
Alright. From us here at Ugly Retro Girls Play Ugly Retro Games, we say bye-bye.
Bye bye now. Bye bye. Good night.
Stay tuned for the raid.
Good night,
Debs G
everybody.
is so tired.
Make
Are
sure you get
you-
some water. I'm gonna get water straight away after this stream.
Okay, I'm just going to
Yes.
find. Oh, and then I've lost the page where we go to raid. I'm sorry,
We
everybody.
should raid the
We
thing
raid.
so that we can be friendly and
Also make a new friend because that is what this is all about. Sometimes.
La 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 la. I'm
Let's
made
go.
She's
Let's-
wearing a very strange mask. La 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 la.
Okay,
Alright, thanks folks. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. How do I turn it off? Okay, stop.